Going on, guys? This is Aaron Bennett, and I want to talk to you about just how I've been dealing with being labeled as someone who has Lyme. Okay, now I don't know where you are or what you're going through, but I'm very concerned with being labeled as something and saying that I have this illness or this disease or something very heavy like that. Um, I used to believe that, really strong that, what we think about, we create. I used to really be in that camp. Right now in my life, I am not 100% sure that that is correct. But here's what I do know. I know that when people create a big story and a big image, and then they create their identity around something, that can keep it lingering longer than it needs to. So this goes for Lyme, this goes for MS, this goes for any sort of you know, disease or whatever, infection or whatever the hell you want to have. For me, I need to look at, is this something that is me, or is this something that, you know, I may have, but I'm gonna get through very quickly. And for me, it's a lot about how I'm talking about it. Um, for myself, I need to be very conscious of keeping a little distance, being like, there's me, and at my core, I'm extremely vibrant and healthy and loving and passionate. And I'm a really great person. And I love to, all these good things I love about myself, and separate that from like, oh, yeah, by the way, my body is fighting this bacterial infection, right? Or my body is fighting this thing. Um, and keeping that very separate. And I even was very hesitant about making these videos because I don't want to be labeled as, oh, he has Lyme disease or whatever. It's stupid. Um, I don't even like saying that. The moment I said that, I even just felt kind of like, ugh. So it's difficult, and because prior to this, prior to not feeling well about a year ago, my identity was really tied into how amazing I felt. So my identity was like, I'm connected, I'm a good meditator, I'm really good at yoga, I'm really like in tune with the universe, I'm vibrant, I'm healthy, I'm totally like this like awesome immune system. So my identity was tied into like, the positive, or like, what we would call good things. Regardless, I was still invested in this sense of self, in this like this is who I am, this is who I think I am. Um, and now I can see myself doing the same thing, but just surrounding like, oh, I'm this person in healing, or I'm this person who's recovering, or I'm this person who's like has this thing. And I know I'll get over this. I know this is something very temporary, and I'm making these videos primarily because I want to document it. I want to document how quickly I get over these things, and I want to help people get over it too, because I know it's really not a big deal. Our body fights off things all the time. This is not something that I will live with forever. And if you find yourself, listening to people being like, "Oh, you're gonna have to deal with that the rest of your life. That sucks." I want you to stop and think about, well, do you want to deal with this the rest of your life? And you know, the answer, well, I hope the answer is no. You want to get over this. You want to move past it. You want to get to a state where you're feeling just totally healthy and vibrant again. So be very careful about who you listen to, how you talk to yourself, and if you're creating this identity around something, around being somebody who's dealing with this inconvenience, or someone who's not feeling well. Um, so that's really the point of my message. Be aware. Be very aware of these things. Um, I don't even like saying I have Lyme disease. I want to say that I'm regaining my full vitality as my natural birthright, and my body is getting stronger and stronger every day, and it's naturally ridding of things that are not in alignment with my birthright of being so vibrant and healthy, passionate, alive, where every cell is tingling with vibrancy and health, because that's who I know myself to be. That's who I was for my whole life. So this is just a little derailment, right? And I'll get right back. And that feels so much better. That feels so much better than for me to say, so I was diagnosed with Lyme disease and it's chronic Lyme disease. That feels fucking disgusting. And and this is just my belief. This is where I am right now. I don't want to think like that, and I don't want to believe that. And if I believe that really, really well, that I'm going to deal with this the rest of my life, chances are I will. Chances are I always will. If I, on the other hand, if I believe that in my core and who I really, really am is 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 someone who has impeccable health, someone whose body detoxifies toxins and bacteria and viruses very, very, very quickly, easily, and effectively. Somebody who has amazing digestion, someone who has an incredibly effective lymphatic system, which flushes out all the toxins and all the crap that accumulate. And a little stupid fucking bacteria is not gonna like get in the way of anything in my life, and this will pass very quickly, and I'll be even better on the other side of this. I'll even be even stronger physically, mentally, and just feel better about myself when we're done with this. That feels a lot better. Okay, that feels a hell of a lot better. So I want you to start telling yourself those stories. You know, not getting your identity wrapped around your healing, not getting your identity wrapped around your sickness. Okay, because this is not you. You know, this is not you. You are not this this label that the medical profession has put on you. You're not this, you know, there are some people I've been following who even say there's no such thing as disease. I mean that's a little bit of a stretch. Um, it could absolutely be true. Honestly, I don't. I'm at the point in my life where I realize I really don't know much about anything, so I don't even know if that's not true. But just notice how you're feeling about these things. Um, because I believe that we all, that you, me, everybody, can get back to optimal health. That we can restore ourselves. I believe our bodies are very, very smart, and I'm just learning more and more about our body, and it's challenging, and I apologize for the rant, but it can be. This past year for me has been extraordinarily challenging. Definitely the most challenging year of my life, or a little bit over a year. Um, and I know it's not going to end in a week. I know it'll take some time to fully regain my vitality and health. Um, and it's been really, really hard. It's been really, really hard. And if you have some chronic disease, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I shouldn't even say chronic. If you have something wrong, if you have something in your body that your body's trying to rid of, um, it's tough, especially when it's undiagnosed. Especially when every week or every day you're feeling worse and you're like, oh my God, do I have cancer? Am I going to die in the next month? I mean, these were thoughts going through my head. Like, I was freaking out, I was silently freaking out. I'm good at projecting calm, but I was scary. So, um, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. If in these videos I forget what I was talking about, that is totally a symptom that I'm dealing with, where I just have pretty bad brain fog, and I just forget my train of thought. Um, so anywho, it's about 9 minutes into the video. I want to end it here. Point of the video to wrap up. Just be aware of the story you're telling yourself. Be aware of if your identity is in this state of healing, this state of I'm sick, this state of whatever. Okay. So hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. And always, if you're watching this video, I would really appreciate comments, um, YouTube comments, Facebook, whoever you're seeing this, Facebook comments, YouTube comments, telling me who you are, where you are, and what's going on with you. Because I would love to support in any way I can virtually, people going through stuff, because it can be really challenging, especially if you do not have friends or family that are there for you. Um, I've had, or I've heard of people. Well, actually, the friend of mine that had Lyme, a lot of people thought she was kind of crazy, especially if your Lyme affects your mind. You may have people thinking it's all in your head. Like, thankfully, I do not have a ton of depression. Um, and nor do I have like suicidal thoughts or anything like that. But those are very common for Lyme, and if you do, you need to reach out for support, people who can actually listen to you and understand you, um, people that are not going to judge you or doubt that your feeling is valid. Um, because ultimately, you're going to need people that will be there for you, and at least allow you to show up how you are, rather than people thinking that you need to see a psychiatrist. And it's all in your head, right? So that's a bunch of shit. Like, it's not in your head. Um, so anyhow, all right, that's it. See you in the next video. Bye bye.